because I was going to edit his ass and hit cut, laying my fat ass down in bed, bored on a late night. But
speaking of that, yeah, I think I know why this fucking nigga is.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in
that's
sports.
what I'm saying. Listen, this only his second year, my tight end. So, you know, when you're a rookie, you get 3 years already on your contract. So it wasn't a contract thing.
We'll join
That's
our
what made me
commentators,
mad.
Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
You see what I'm saying? Because the rule is so if you cut somebody on your contract for contract, but clearly if he only in his second year and I draft him, he got a 3-year contract, so it wouldn't have been a problem.
Between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys.
It is what it is.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, James Hanna. And that'll bring up second down. Des Bryant, certainly one of the go-to guys, if not the go-to guy for this offensive unit.
One of the most talked about players in the league, as well as one of the most productive receivers. He attacks the football downfield.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, my God. I got to get off the mic.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They go play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. To throw on second down is gone. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a pick and uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And we introduce you to these starters now, and Tavon Austin, a man who really doesn't need any introduction anymore in this league.
He did it all when he's at the University of West Virginia. Played wide receiver, slot, returned kicks, even lined up a tailback and ran for over 300 yards. All of those talents will be on display in this game.
14 yards there on the pickup, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Taken in at the 11. Fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Gone. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Randy Gregory entered the league with people excited about his pass rushing skills. They continue to stay excited about his potential.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get the football here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Here we go! Brand 38! Ohio!
They go to Elliott again. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Three yards remaining here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And the big meet on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. One man in the backfield, Elliott. They'll look to throw here on first down. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's brought down after a good gain. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play that time for the Rams. 54 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. From the red zone now, Goff. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he's brought down after a good game.
All right, partner, keep adding up the yardage. My man is off to a big-time start in this one.
Oh, yeah, you know, when these guys get a first-quarter run like that, they're thinking, all right, now I'm going to get a second, third, and fourth-quarter run like that, correct?
Have you ever seen a guy have a run like that and feel good about himself and then tap out and want to come out of the game?
No.
No, he wants the ball some more, doesn't he?
Yeah. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards on the pickup. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mark Barron in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Back to throw here. Bryant has it. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. They give him a gain of 38. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad, flex round! Flex round!
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him. And his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They come out here in the I. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
6 yards to go here on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, Philly, here we go. Here we go now.
On second down, here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. And that takes us from second to third down. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on third. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They go play action here on first down. He's got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So the D-line's going to spread out. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Here's Prescott. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a first down throw. Gone. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's brought down. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Goff going to keep it himself. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Prescott. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have it in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Goff now looks to throw.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's into the clear. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now here come the Cowboys. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. One man in the backfield, Elliott, and they'll give it to him here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now a play, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they're able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, it's gone. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Rams are going to get a 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Goff on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Gone. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here we go. It's Gurley. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
One man on the backfield, Elliott. And he'll get it up the middle. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's brought down after a good gain. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
Here we go. Mike's 50. Flex round. Come on, let's go. White 90. Ohio. Let's go. 38. Flex round.
A give to Elliott running left. And he's got this one down to the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here we go. Brand 38. Ohio. Flex round.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Come on, let's go. White 90.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Second and 10. Goff again. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off, it's J.J. Wilcox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Prescott. And intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The offense for the Cowboys. Now working their way back onto the field. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against...
And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Tight on this side, boys, down on the left. Tight on the left.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They come out here in the eye. A give to Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
No, I ain't talking about you.
The hell, my
Man, I blew it, man. 21 points in the first quarter killed me, though.
That's what killed you.
Yeah,
that slow start.
That slow start killed me, yeah. Fuck. That 4th and 1 hurt me, too, though, man. Fuck. I gotta go. Yeah, man, I gotta go fullback dive right there. I should have back to the outside. Who playing? Who you playing? Yeah, that's what I should have went for sure. QB sneak. Like, fuck it. I tried though. Shit. Fuck it.
No, you did, bro. You got fucking that 3 bear. I said there's too many holes on the outside.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
I was trying to tell you on that 3-4 solid, spread the motherfucking linebacker to pinch the line.
Yeah.
He would have never came out that fucking fight.
Yeah. Last play, he rolled straight out that motherfucking pocket.
He went straight on me. He only went straight on that one. Fast. He had the D-line pin.
Yeah. Yeah, he ran straight out the motherfucking pocket and pushed, and he threw that shit on the money, too. I was so mad. My cornerback got hurt on that play. The one that I was trying to make up for it to catch it. Man, that motherfucker got hurt and ran hella slow to the ball. Fuck.
Now we're waiting on Gio to play Joshua Martin.
Oh, Gio and Josh Martin, when y'all play? All right. Damn, I'm out, bruh. That other safety was getting his ass ran. A broken thumb? That's crazy. Broken thumb. Shit, I was next week anyway. My cornerback. What? No way I scored Gio or Josh Morton. My corner and my safety went out for 5 weeks in that game. It wouldn't matter. I wasn't gonna be able to guard nobody. I thought you was gonna tell me when you put it back on. You was asleep. What ended up happening?
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Seahawks going up against the Rams. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Well, Larry, there's a new stadium set to open in Inglewood in 2019, but for now, we're in the heart of the the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Play fake here on first down. Wilson snags it left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Yeah, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
I played college football at the same time as T.J. McDonald's father, Tim. And what a great player he was. T.J. definitely is following in his father's footsteps.
And on 2nd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got Lockett. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Here's the option going right. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's 4th down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So now Travis Coons on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
No. Jack, Patriot!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. On the give, this is their fullback. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Set, 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. set up a throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practicing the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tavon Austin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Let's go! Grand 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So second and 10 here.
Come on, let's round! Let's round! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! What? 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Surveying the field. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Here we go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go. Ohio. Black round.
They'll look to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And now it's second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Ohio. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there as time expires in the first half. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's It's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Well, you don't usually tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So pass interference on the defense. Charles, this is a penalty we see all the time.
The offenses know what they're doing. They know how to create great matchups. And defenders, if you're not there in time, they will throw the flag.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
That wasn't enough. Like, come on, man, he never was going to be ready at all.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and sneak it here. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
They'll go with a keeper, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year, and the Rams add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the
How many
time.
plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and 11.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And 4th down coming up.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
My fucking controller going dead.
Now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
Green 39! Green 39!
Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
At the time that he was ready. Why is there? Whether I be signed it or not, I want to get something to eat. I'm here when you come back.
Play clock winding down. And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. That one good for 14 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Third down and 4. Back to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 16. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive?
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Second down now after the pass completion.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Quentin Coples in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. The play clock's running down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just protect the football and go down and take the sack. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go! White, 90! Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Come on, let's go. Right at 38.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go. Right at 38. Right at 38.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.
If I tell somebody 6 Eastern and they never respond, but then I know I'm about to get something, I'm about to do something, I'm not going to go to the page and put on there with shit fast. You didn't respond. No. How is it that you tell me 6 Eastern, but then you can't play no time after 6 Eastern before a thing? That's crazy. Man, I don't care how you look at it, how you want to be. Or not. If you tell me you can do 3 after 6 Eastern, at 6 Eastern time, and I'm ready, or 6:30, and I'm ready, and you can't play none all the way to 10 Eastern, you can't play none before that? Like, how is that my fault? That's crazy, because I didn't respond. I showed up. How is that my fault? Like, to me, he's trying to get a bailout. Like, he's trying to get a bailout. That's just a bailout. You want to make it like something was done wrong. Nothing was done wrong. Clearly. You said you'd be ready after 6 Eastern. I came at 6:34 and said I was ready. I'm going to say it one more time. And you said, in your exact words, I'm going to eat. I said, well, shit, I'm here after that. We can play after that. Let's get a time in so Boone won't do it. So, oh, no, you fucking didn't respect. Like, bruh, that's crazy, bruh. That shit crazy. Like, I'm just, like, I can't deal with that thing. You feel me? Like, that shit is bullshit. That's some bullshit, bruh. Like, you never had a time. You never did. Cause I've been free all the time. I couldn't even get on there and see, but, what if I can't play at 16? I'm ready all the way to still shit. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. You just crying, Steve. Acting like a real old bitch. You crying for no reason. Point blank. If you at 6 Eastern coming, you couldn't play. And you want me to take a sim because I didn't respond and say I'll be there at 6 Eastern, but I showed up? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. You didn't give a nigga a good fucking time?